Good afternoon. Hope you're nice and cool in here, right? Better than outside. Welcome to our Shotsukihoyo service. Our service today is dedicated to family members and friends whose anniversary of their passing is in the month of August. Today's service will be officiated by our supervising minister, Reverend Dennis Fujimoto. We will begin the service with a meditation reading. Sensei will strike the bell to begin and to also end the reading. Sensei. Reverently, we come before the shrine of our Amida Buddha, the Holy One, the Perfect One. With gratitude, we have brought our offering of love and devotion to honor him. We earnestly resolve to strive to understand his holy teaching and to walk every day in his blessed path, so that, like him, we may attain the peace of nirvana.
Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu.
So today we'll be using the brown book. The opening gatha is the texture of life on page 157, and remain standing for the reading of the golden chain. So 157 in the brown book. Standing as we all read together the golden chain, which is found on page 8. I am a link in Amida's golden chain of love that stretches around the world. I will keep my link bright and strong. May I be kind and gentle to every living thing, and protect all who are weaker than myself. May I think pure and beautiful thoughts, say pure and beautiful words, and do pure and beautiful deeds. May every link in Amida's golden chain of love be bright and strong, and may we all attain perfect peace.
Namo.
Namo. At this time, the names of the Shotsuki honorees for this month will not be read. Those family members and friends who are observing the service, please come forward to Oshoko during the readings of the names. Isano Bo, Reverend Ryuichi Fuji, Hiroshi Tom Furusha, Jozo Yamamoto, Misao Ishibashi, Yoe Kobayashi, Chiyoko Masuda, Hideaki Masuda, James Shikeo Miyano, Namo, Yoshi Okumura, Kimura, Shio Shimazu, Isako Shimizu, Ronald Suramoto, Fred Yokoyama, Charles M. Yamamoto, Shizuko Ushita, Walter Peterson, Kazuma Mukaida, Harry Hiroshi Otani, Sai Felice Sakato, Masano Shimizu, Irene Masako Fujiki, Masaru Fujiki, Shigeno Yokoyama, Mieko Endo, Mary Sakiko Noguchi, Marjorie Newman Dangers, Dorothy Aiko Shimizu, Fumi Taji, Daniel Mutani, Imperial Gable, and Fred Furusawa. Thank you. Sensei will now offer Sambucho, found on page 24 of the Purple Book. This will be followed by Hyokumon dedication and then sutra chanting. Today's sutra will be the first half of Mila Kyo, starting on page 103. So in the Purple Book, page 24, and then page 103.
congregation of the Shotsuki service for the month of August, members of our temple families have reverently come before Amida Buddha in memory of their beloved. With deepest reverence and thankfulness for the all-embracing wisdom and compassion of Amida, we reaffirm the three homages. Namo Butsu, Namo Hoyo, Namo So. I go to the Buddha for guidance. I go to the Dharma for guidance. I go to the Sangha for guidance. Please repeat the Nembutsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu.
Namo シャリン、小式小公、大式老公、釈式釈公、略式白公、微妙法決、シャリン、法、国羅、国道、長寿上世、武力小本、仏シャリン、法、理部、国道、調査、全学、黄金認識、数や六時、金具、曼荼羅、慶応、国宗上、長義、昇丹、歌舞伎、英国、上州の家、不要多宝、十万六分、即位、式辞、伝統、本国、本式、教養、シャリオ、ブラ、国土、長寿、両世、武力、将軍、武士、シャリオ、義国、上、修十、義の、雑式、新書、逆国、邪、法文、シャリ、多量、民が、文の、新書、聖書、宗教、長や六時、水和平門、道年長、道根、道力、七五大文、八正道文、道世、道法、行動、宗教、門税、万に、開出伝、仏言、法年、創、シャリ、法、上物、宗教、実税、財、法、少々、少位、社が、義務、国土、無産、学習、シャリ、法、総部、国土、小無産、学道、信用、家業、無実、継承、宗教、大税、阿弥陀仏、極量、法音、川流、園芸、少佐、シャリ、法、義務、国土、肉、水量、小法、十、九法、羅法、水輪、行門、引用、逆線、十角、法事、空産、門税、恩赦、大事、年長、念仏、年功、年相、死死、シャリ、法、国土、長寿の世、武力将
Today's Dharma message will be given by Reverend Fujimoto.
Good afternoon, everyone. Nice to be back in Sebastopol again and seeing so many people. It's always touching. I always say this, but it's very special to come to our Shotsuki service, the monthly memorial, and families invite even more reinforcements, other family members, and they all come up to offer incense together. It's very special to see acknowledging people we have lost in our families and taking the time to be together, to support each other. I was explaining at Alameda that oftentimes, probably mentioned it here, but other groups I'm able to speak to sometimes, and non-Buddhist groups, and kind of describe the Shotsuki service and how we do it, monthly memorial service, and that's so nice. We should do that, right? And you don't value it unless you hear someone who doesn't do it to say, oh, how special, right? And so when we come here, it is special, and for us to be able to recognize that and to be able to support each other, chant together, offer incense together, just to be here together, I think it's very special. So thank you for being a part of it. Just a couple of weeks ago, both here and in Alameda, we had our Bon Orori and then the Obon and Hatsubon services. So I had a talk based on that, basically. And it's always so nice to see everyone, all the festivities. It might get a little warm, but we have our kimono or yukata on, and it just looks so colorful and festive. The music going on, and together from the Odori festival to the Obon service on the next day. It spans the whole spectrum of life and death. And this is where we find a deeper meaning when we lose souls in our families. These days you hear community groups, non-Buddhist groups saying, oh, we want to have a Obon festival. Let's have a Obon festival too. And so they ignore the service portion, and they want to have this happy dancing thing, right? And it's like looking at the happier part of life and not the sadder, deeper moments of losing someone, right? And it's this whole spectrum that we go through that brings meaning and depth to our lives. So the Obon weekend becomes all the more meaningful, valuable, just a deeper sense. It's not just a dance party, right? It's something much, much more than that. And we can recognize that, we can sense that. And when we're dancing, although we're happy, we're thinking of others, we're thinking of our connection, and that's what makes us happy. Not just thinking of grandma, grandpa, mom, or dad, or something like that, right? So today, you saw me stumbling in with all these vegetables, and they're not grown in your backyard, but my backyard. And so I brought these things, and we're going to talk about them a little bit. There's a story about Shoryo Uma and Shoryo Fushi. So loosely translated as spirit horse and spirit ox. Okay, and so you look at these, and if you were to go to Japan, you might see these here or there, sometimes at a shrine or even at department stores. You might have a display and have Shoryo Uma, Shoryo Fushi, and during Obon time, okay? And sometimes stores even sell them. In Japan, they have things called setto, and they sell by the set. So they'll give you a cucumber and a natsubi eggplant and the little legs to stick them in, and you buy this set and you take it home, put it together and put it on your home altar, right? And so this is not Chodoshinkyu, okay? It's a Japanese thing they do. And Japanese do weird things. This is one of them. And the idea is that for the Shoryo Uma, the spirit horse, the Nasubi, something sleek, it's just the horse. So the spirits come back from the spirit world to come and visit you during the Obon week, right? And the horse is fast and powerful. So the spirits of your family can come back to the home as fast as possible and get here quickly, right? And then when they return at the end of the week, they take the Shoryo Ushi, the spirit ox, and maybe you don't want them to hurry away. So the ox is more plodding, they take more time, they're very sturdy, so they can carry all the gifts that you give to grandma and grandpa. It might be some special foods that they take home, maybe some incense that they might take home, umeboshi, whatever you want to give to them, manju, so they put them in their saddlebags and they trudge along home, right? So slowly they leave, quickly they come. So this is the horse, spirit ox, right? And they're kind of cute, and so I'm going to ask for 3 volunteers to come up here and create. Okay, we have the nasubi and cucumber. We have 8 sets of legs for each person. So volunteers from each side. And we don't have too much space, so little people. Who would like to come up here? We got 1 volunteer from the other room. Sure, please come up. Okay, we decided already. Come on up. Come on. Come on up. Okay, come on up. Yeah, take a seat. Take a seat and open up the bag with the sticks and divide them up. 1 more volunteer. How about one from this side? Okay, can you do it? Okay. Yeah, just take a seat and I'll pass you the sticks. And so some of you know I used to be an artist, and so I studied for years and years how to stab the sticks. Okay, yeah, so do this quickly and then go back and take your seat. So do something and you want to make them have a nice posture. Which one's the head, which one's the body, and you stab them gently, ever so gently. Yeah, very good. So sometimes it's difficult. One Alameda member, and somehow the hind leg was up like a dog, and fire hydrant. Hopefully they can stand on all 4 legs, and so you make these sets. And remember which ones are yours, and you can take those home with you, okay? You might have to readjust, and you could just pull 1 leg out and adjust it, okay? That's okay. There you go. Kind of like Mr. Potato Head. Yeah. Okay, pretty good. Okay. That's what we're starting.
Strong.
Okay, is it going to stand? It's going to stand. Okay, you can take your seats again, and then I'll talk about these, and when service ends, you come and get your respect, okay? Very good. So just like this, families at their homes, at their home altar, they would set up. And you can imagine, when you, at the store these days, everything they try to make very uniform, but in the garden, they're not that uniform, right? They could be all different kind of shapes and things like this. So I was telling Sharman, oh, we should get one of those Enmanji zucchinis. So put those up here, so that'd be very nice. So again, this is not Jodo Shinchu, but a Japanese custom, right? But the idea is that we lose people in our lives, they are no longer with us here. So what happens to them? And we miss them. We have this yearning for them, and we want to keep this connection. So they have these types of stories to connect, or come back, hurry back, visiting, spending Obon season with us, kind of thing. But what does it mean when you lose somebody? What does it? Often you go to a funeral service, and on the program, Reverend Dennis Fujimoto passed away August 2nd, 2026. Has gone on to the pure land. What does that mean? What happened to me, right? And so when we lose someone, it is said they become enlightened. They go to the pure land. They become a Buddha, right? And what that means is they become part of this infinite light. We describe Amida Buddha as infinite light. There's no place where this light cannot reach, right? Even if you're in a darker cave or a hut, you open the doors, the light comes in, and the light illuminates everything. Right? So this darkness is within each of us, and so this light of Amida comes into our lives. And at the same sense, when we pass away, we become part of this infinite reality. We become part of this light, and so we become part of this illumination. So when my mother lost her father, he was a merchant in China, and they were at war, and he was killed, and they brought his body back to Japan. And during his funeral service, they read the white ashes, the Gobunsho, and as she was listening to the Gobunsho, finally struck her. So this is what Buddhism is saying. And so to her, her father's passing turned her attention to what the Dharma is about, right? So he passes away. He becomes a Buddha. And for her, it's very real, okay? He became her Buddha, her teacher, her Bodhisattva, showing her the teachings. So the light struck her, right? And each of us, when we lose someone, although we are sad, we go through our grieving process and all of these things. At the same time, gradually, we recognize what they did, how much they did, and we learn, and we come to appreciate all the more that, Mom did this for me, Dad did this for me, and I benefit, my life benefits, and you don't really recognize it until they're gone, because there's all this busyness going on all the time. I tell people often when I chant the Sambujo and describe the Sambujo, calling the three respectful callers, calling Amida, Shakyamuni, and all the Buddhas of the 10 quarters, in a sense inviting the harmony of the universe to include this particular occasion, this particular setting, this particular group of people. This harmony is always there, but we don't recognize it because we're so busy. So I have lists that I make every morning, sometimes 6 things, sometimes 16 things. I write down everything I need to take care of. Hopefully when I get to the end of the day, most of them, all of them are all checked off, right? And I go to bed. Next morning, brand new list, right? And so many things again. And although everything on my list is important, it's kind of self-absorbed things that I have to do. I have to take care of my responsibilities, taking out my garbage, going to my grocery store, or this and that, washing my car, and thinking within this self-centered shell that we each live in. And so these kind of ideas of the spirit world, connecting, chanting together, saying Namo Amida Butsu, thoughts of the infinite Amida, we go a step beyond this self-centeredness and connect to this infinite reality. It's always there, but we have these blinders on, so we're not connected. So we come here and we're encouraged. Say the Nembutsu, Namo Amida Butsu. Okay? Don't be so self-absorbed. Connect yourself to this infinite. Connect yourself to each other. When we come to Shotsuki service, the rest of the family comes too, and you feel this connection. Right? Maybe you go and have dinner together afterwards, or something, some family time. Maybe you had brunch beforehand, whatever it is. But you spend time together, and this is connecting to this greater reality besides only me. Right? So all of this happens, and yeah. So I think, some people might ask me, why are you talking about these things? This is not Jodo Shinshu. We don't do that, right? And you can look in the service book. It says we don't believe in superstition, and in a sense, could be superstition, but in a sense, it's just a human yearning to be connected, to remember, and to appreciate our parents. So when we see things like this, I think we can take the value of it and recognize it. Right? We have a song that sometimes we sing during the Obon service, and they have these images sometimes of dragonflies, red dragonflies, buzzing about. They come out in summer weather, and they draw these cartoons of people, spirits coming back from the spirit world on dragonflies, and they'll draw these out, the little pilots on the dragonfly with a helmet and goggles on, and looks like Speed Racer kind of little guy, and riding these dragonflies to come back and visit people in this realm, right? And of course, we're not going to believe it, but the beauty of the dragonfly we can appreciate. Right? The beauty of life that's in every piece of vegetable or fruit that we eat helps us to connect, nourishing our bodies, not only from the ground growing these things, but participating in this whole chain that takes so much time, growing it, packaging it, washing it, bringing it. I come here quite often. I have a bag of vegetables to take home with me, and I think as I'm cooking, Sangha power, and I nourish my body, thinking of what it took this member, that member, to grow these things, and to think, I'm like representative of the teachings, the Dharma. So they provide for me, not only thinking of me, they are thinking of Enmanji, thinking of Amida Buddha. And this is a beautiful thing that I get this benefit from as well. So this is my Shoryo Uma, Shoryo Ushi sharing with you today. So I hope you can appreciate again the spirit of Obon, and to have a deeper appreciation of what that all means, this greater connection to the infinite. Please join me in Gassho. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Thank you.
Thank you, Sensei. When Sensei said that Japanese do weird things, my parents said that to me a lot of times. And I would say, is it you or is it me? And they never would answer. So, thank you, Sensei. Okay. Please stand for our closing hatha. Again, it's going to be in the brown book, page 164. Shotsuki ga Deta, page 164 of the Brown Book. Please be seated. Do we have any announcements? No? Okay. If not, this concludes our August Shotsukihoyo Memorial Service. Our appreciation to Reverend Fujimoto for the Dharma message. Thank you to the August Toban for the flowers, offerings, and obupan. Our appreciation to George Style for setting up the Enmanji and starting the service with the consular ringing. Thank you to Dr. Kent for playing the organ. And thank you, Ty, for videotaping the service. As most of you know, next week.
So just a reminder that we will be starting the yoga, yes, the yoga sessions starting next month. So it is on Labor Day weekend, and we will continue to have the yoga sessions on the first Sunday of each month. People of any ability are able to come, and the sessions start at 12:30. Also, if you look in your Sangha newsletter, there is a mention about the BCA art exhibit that's they will take submissions for, and you can talk to Reverend Fujimoto more about that. And lastly, the BCA, Reverend Harada, the bishop of the BCA, is holding meditation sessions every Wednesday. If you go to the BCA website, you can see how you can participate in those. And I think that's it. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Kim. As I was saying, I think. Anyway, most of you know that we started the kitchen renovation shortly after the Obon service. And initially, we were told it was going to be a 3-week project. But apparently I find out today that it's just about completed. But the hall needs to be cleaned and tables have to be cleaned. And because of that, we apologize to say that there will be no refreshments served after this service. Looks like next Sunday looks good though. Okay. So if you haven't had a chance to offer incense, you can before leaving the home. And thank you for coming today. Thank you.